tell me to change.
So I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I know you have a lot of options of what you can do on a Friday night here in Shanghai. So I want to thank you for spending this special night with us here at the Wagon. This is the 130th demo day for the Wagon worldwide. And I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of people that have been part of the community. So I want to thank you for coming back. Thank you for supporting our students. And I want to thank the alumni who are here today. Thank you for coming back as well. And for those of you that may not have heard of the Wagon, or maybe your friend dragged you out like, hey, here's a fun thing to do on Friday night, let me give you a brief introduction of who we are and what we do as a community. So we are a coding school. We're designed to bring technical skills to people that don't have any, but specifically people who have had previous work experiences in many different industries such as design, education, professionals such as business professionals. And what we want to do is have you leverage those skills that you've had in previous work experiences to building tech projects. Which is what we focus on here in Hawaii. So we're not just like your everyday coding school that we just, just the skills. We want to focus on the projects as well. So we are now the #1 rated bootcamp in the world, which was quite an accomplishment. It was quite a long journey, and it took a large community of people. We started in 2013 in Paris. We've now expanded to almost 30 cities around the world. And we started here in China exactly 1 year ago. So I am an alumni from the first batch here in China, and we graduated basically 1 year ago today.
Oh.
So that's 1 whole year in China. And so let me give you a brief overview of what we do. We start with people with no coding background. So a lot of times when someone asks me, like, do I need to have any coding background to join the Wagon? The very simple answer is no. We actually don't want people with coding backgrounds. So we take you from 0 to 60 super fast, and in 9 weeks, we teach you full stack web development and how to build a full web app. Now, especially for China, we also have added WeChat mini apps. I'm sure almost everybody here has used WeChat mini apps. From a company's perspective, it's a great way to get users on extremely quickly. And from a developer's and a business perspective, it's a great way to get a product out fast. So we specialize that here at the Wagon. And we have some WeChat mini programs that we'll be showing you tonight. But like I said, we're not just about coding. We are about building products. This means that we take your previous work experiences, your previous experience in design, marketing, business, stuff like that. And we want you to look at building your projects from a user's perspective and then from a tech perspective. 9 weeks ago, these 18 students had little to no coding background and a very diverse range of students from many different countries around the world. And they all started this journey together, jumping straight into code. And it was extremely challenging, and by no means easy, but it was also a lot of fun along the way. So we spent more than a full-time schedule in the classroom studying, but we also took breaks for yoga, we took breaks to go out and have drinks, and then of course we also visited companies around Shanghai in the tech field to give our students a experience the tech scene here in Shanghai, which is really rich and learning. So we're going to go into the products. We have 5 products here tonight, which we're really happy and proud to show you. The first 3 are going to be WeChat mini apps. Like I said, this is unique for the Wagon Shanghai, for the Wagon China. The first one is an HR app, which they're going to come up and demonstrate that in a few minutes. Then we have a pet finding app. In addition to that, we have a lifestyle app, and these are all run on the WeChat mini program. And then our last two apps is a product management Chrome extension and a language exchange program. So if I can go ahead and get the first team up here, we're going to welcome Jobify. So we have Rose from Australia, Pavel from Lithuania, Isabel from Macau, and Wendy from the United States. My apologies.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. How are you all feeling? It's Friday night. Looking forward to meeting you all after the drinks. And there's some talk of KTV, so very excited for that. How about you, Carmel? How are you feeling?
Not that great, Rose. To be honest, the last few months have been pretty tough at work. I feel like it's kind of 9 to 5, and it's no way to make a living. I feel the company is only taking and not giving. You know, they use my mind, and I don't get any credit. I feel it can drive me crazy if I let it.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Pavel. You know, I've been in the exact same situation. And who here in the audience can relate to Pavel? Put your hands up. Yeah, I hear you. Quite a few of us have done the 9 to 5, maybe even the 996, the Monday to Friday, and it's an absolute pain to be in. And, you know, for employers, it's also not great because it results in low staff morale and high turnover. So, you know, they say that people don't leave jobs, they leave managers. And so it's even more crucial for smaller teams to find the right candidates that are in the team. We looked at these pain points and we wanted to create a solution that touched on these issues. So I'm very proud to present to you tonight, for the first time in Shanghai, Jobify. So our mission with Jobify is to match job seekers to roles that suit their personalities, and also employers to candidates that fit their team. We wanted to create happier and more productive workplaces, and we want to see those smiling faces when you come into work on Monday.
Well, Rose, I have to say, that sounds amazing. I want to give it a try. I want to love my job again.
Let's take a look, Pavel. So we've got it on Jobify on WeChat. So it's very easy to access. There's no notifications, no downloads, and you've always got it readily available on your app. So let's take a look.
All right, awesome. So, Rose, where do I start?
So the unique thing about Jobify is that it uses a personality test to match the employers, your personality tags, to jobs that fit you. So why don't we go ahead and take the quiz?
All right. See, do I prefer to deal with strangers in a formal manner? Nah, I'm informal. All right, let's click submit.
Let's take a look. So we've got an algorithm calculating your personality trait.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I'm really looking forward to what's next.
All right, so let's use these tags to check out your jobs.
All right.
All right, so we've got Maggie, a senior content producer. We've got an idea what they're looking for, and also Jobify has recommended that this would be a good fit for you. So let's take a look at the description, and we've also got the contact details of the person who's hiring for this role. So you can apply right now, which is super important because, as we know, speed is key in China, and we want to apply straight away to beat those other candidates. So do you want to apply, or do you want to save the job?
Well, content producer, I'm not sure that's me, but let's save it for later.
All right, let's save that job. Jobify looks like you've got other matches, so let's take a look at the other roles.
All right. Oh, e-commerce. Amazing field. I definitely want to save that one.
Amazing, let's save that.
Let's see, there's a lot more matches. I definitely want to keep looking. Pretty desperate right now. Minigames, WeChat minigames. Whoa. My skills on the wagon are going to be put to good use right off the bat. Let's save that one right now.
All right, we've got a few saved, so let's take a look at your saved jobs. So we've got 3 right there, Pavel. Are you going to apply for all of them?
Well, yeah, after thinking about it, content producer, still not me. Let's get rid of that one.
All right, let's delete that one. And what about the other 2?
E-commerce, it's very interesting, but you know what? I think my friend Isabel would fit the e-commerce role so much better. Can I share it to her?
You're such a good friend, Pavel. You know, with eChat, it's very easy to share. this job role. So let's click into the e-commerce manager role, and using the WeChat sharing feature, we can send the job card to Isabel, and she'll get a link to Jobify, and you can easily connect with her.
All right, awesome.
Excellent. So you've got a job ad, and also you've shared it with your friend. You can also go back into Jobify and take the personality test a few more times so that we can refine your searches and match you to other roles that suit you. So good luck with the job hunt, Pavel.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, so you can see that we've used a WeChat platform, and the reason for that is that we've recognized that employers and also job seekers are using WeChat more and more to find roles and candidates. I mean, how many in the group, please put your hands up if you're in a WeChat job group. Yeah, quite a few of us, and it's so easy to get inundated with roles that you'd never apply for, and also for candidates that you'd never put in your team. So we really wanted to streamline this process for everyone involved.
Hey Rose, I really need some help hiring a junior developer for my startup in March, which I start doing the low-end bootcamp.
Okay, well, Isabel, I think we can help you. I know you posted the e-charge role in Jobify, so let's take a look at your posted jobs. All right, let's click into the role. Oh, okay, bummer. You've got 0 favorites right now and only 2 tags. And these tags are super important because that's what we're using to match to the characteristics that users have on their personality profile. So let's go in and edit this role. And let's take a look at the tags. You can choose up to 5. So let's go ahead and choose them.
Okay, let's do outgoing, driven, sociable, loyal, and talkative. I think those characters are very important for our startup.
Okay, you've got a great developer right there. So I'm sure you'll find someone soon. Are you looking for any other roles?
We might hiring a product manager too.
Okay, well, with Jobify, you can always post a job. So why don't you go ahead and do that? And good luck with your candidate search.
All right, thank you, Rose.
All right, so you can see from our demo that Jobify is a modern, speedy, and organized platform that connects job seekers to roles that suit their personality and to employers to candidates that fit their team. So at the moment, Jobify is a free app, but we're looking to extend it to premium services and also create an employer dashboard. So, as our user base grows, Jobify will be an app worth paying for. And I wanted to do a little activity. Can everyone please get their phones out and scan using their WeChat QR code, this code. Even if you're not looking for a job, we've got something for you. So please go ahead and scan this code. Excellent. This is great. I love seeing your phones. So, if you're looking for a job, go ahead and take the quiz. We've already got live jobs on the platform, so you can already start applying for roles. And if you're an employer or a recruiter looking for someone, please go ahead and post a job. And it's a very simple form to use. And if you're not looking for a role, then, we've got the personality test. So it takes a few seconds, it's a lot of fun, and you can share it with your friends and have a giggle. So please use Jobify. And to close, I wanted to say that, to do great work, you have to love what you do. And with Jobify, we bring you closer to a job that fits you. So thank you for this opportunity to present Jobify. And I wanted to bring our team up. So first up, we've got our project manager, the Pavelizer. Pavel's based in Shanghai, and he's got a background in recruitment. So he was a mastermind behind Jobify. Next up, we've got our lead developer, the amazing Isabel Chan. Myself, Rosanna. I did the front-end design, and I'm based in Europe. And say one of the best for last, Wendy Lee, who did a front and back-end development.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right. Up next, we have Dog Heather. We have Xiaohu from China, Katria from Russia, and Scott from the US. Take it away.
Hello everyone. Today I want to tell you a story about my friend Maria and Pretzel. 3 years ago, my friend decided to adopt a dog. And I don't know if any of you ever tried it, but this is a really painful process. Like in China, what you're gonna do, like you probably get into some pet groups where it's like you're gonna browse the dogs, you're gonna get a bit information. Like everything is like super exhausting. Then you find some flyers, that's what Maria did. She tried to reach the rescuers. Some were too busy to meet her. Others just ignored her, and other dogs were already adopted. In 3 months, she could meet only 2 dogs. Do you understand the functionality of this? It's terrible. So, and after 3 months, she finally found Pretzel. It was just good luck. And we would like to introduce you today together the platform which will help you to avoid all these problems which Maria went through during the adoption. Scott will introduce you how to use it.
All right, thank you, Katja. So, we all know that the dog adoption process is pretty difficult on finding a good match. And if I was looking for a dog, I would probably start first by asking a friend if they know how to do it, or if they have any friends with dogs that are available for adoption. I would also scan my WeChat moments just to see if somebody happens to have posted a dog that needs adoption. But those don't happen very often. But on the other hand, I might check the WeChat groups that have dogs available for adoption. And those can kind of be a little noisy. The information is not very up to date. So that's why we created Together, which is a great platform that consolidates all available dogs in the area and regionally. And it has all the consolidated information that's up to date. And let's look for a dog now. Let's imagine that I'm looking for a pet that I can adopt. So we'll go through and look here, and lots of cute dogs here. Willie looks cool. Oh, there's Laska. I like that she's got, a nice human in there. It shows that she's probably good with people, and that's an important factor. Let's check out Laska. All right, so we've got some information about her. We'll scroll down and kind of check out some information. Cool, everything looks great. Let's take a look and see who is actually showing, actually putting Laska up for adoption. Let's go ahead and click on the group here. All right, so we can see that United Love Shelter, great. Looks like they're, a pet shelter. That's awesome. They're in Guangzhou, cool. And yeah, it looks like they've been founded by foreigners, which means there'll be great communication on potentially getting the adoption process going. So let's go back. And you know what? I probably need to run this by my flatmates because they probably need to know if I'm interested in getting a dog. So let's go to share, and I'll post it into our flatmate group just to make sure everybody's cool. But on second thought, who cares what my flatmates think? Let's just skip that, let's go back, and let's go ahead and fire in an application now. So we'll click adopt, and we'll just fill in a little information. So I need to tell the person who's posting the pet who I am and kind of give them a little brief about myself so that they know that I'm a good fit for Laska. And I'm a pretty good guy, I think that's all I need to put. And my contact information, and boom, we'll go ahead and punch that in. So, meanwhile, we're waiting for the application process, and for the person who's put the dog up for adoption to reach back out to me. We're gonna go and look for some more pets. So we'll scroll through here. And let's see here. Actually, I like Mary. Looks like a good dog. And yeah, we'll scroll through here. See some information. And actually, you know what? I myself would like to adopt this pet, but I think I know somebody else that would like it more than me. So let's go up to share again. And I know a guy named Xiaohu who would probably really like this pet. So we're gonna share it to him. And just because I may not be a person who's actually looking for a pet, being able to share and help connect pets with homes is very powerful. So each share just gives a pet that much more of a chance to get adopted, which is amazing. And that is the process of how you can discover and inquire about adopting a pet.
Thank you, Scott. I can't emphasize how important is sharing, especially within the mini program, where sharing the card of the pet takes literally over half of the screen. So everyone would see it. Everyone will see the updates. Everyone will see what exactly has been shared and from where, the source. For example, when people share posters, maybe you repost it, another person reposted and you forgot to put your contact there, and that information is lost, it's useless. But within mini program, you can always see the source. You can see the program, you can see the people who posted the dog, and you can see the dog itself. And maybe you're wondering how dogs are getting there. So let's get back to the homepage. You can do it within 2 clicks here. Just put a plus, put some information, post the dog, done. That's how easy it is now. In real life today, the way how people are finding homes for pets is incredibly difficult. They're looking for the right feed, they're looking for the right audience. It's very hard for them to get out of their WeChat network. But together, we're going to expand their network. We're going to help them to reach the right audience right away within one platform. And Scott, please share more details about how people should do it.
All right, so exactly. So you're probably wondering how do the pets actually get onto the platform? So the way you do that, yes, you click on the plus button and you add a pet and all the information. And to save time, I've actually already posted a pet. So we're going to go to my profile here, and it contains my pets. And I've already added Bob, and he is up for adoption. So we're going to click on Bob just to check out his profile, and you can see what that's like. And again, I can share it to anybody that I think might be interested. And then, yeah, we'll go back, and I'm actually curious. I'm wondering if anybody has actually applied for Bob. So let's go back to my applications, and let's see. Oh, we've got one applicant for Bob. Let's check it out and see who's applied for Bob. All right, it's Katya. So we all know Katya loves dogs, so she's always eager to inquire. But I'm going to give it a little bit more time to see if I can pick up some additional inquiries and find another home. And yeah, with that journey, we'll bring it back to Katya.
Yeah, as you can see, you can either accept or decline people within the platform. We are not making people to actually take a decision about the adoption because we cannot be responsible for it. This is a long process. People need to meet, to get interviewed, and so on. But within the platform, they at least can find out what situation they are in. Because it's just one click how you can put the update information there. And as you know, our huge team of 3 people, and we're full stack developers, and we couldn't stop with just building their WeChat mini program, which is super important, super cool. We built their website too, just to go outside of our WeChat network. Here you can find all the same information, all the same functions, but on the website. That's how you can reach the audience, not within China, but outside of China too. And I need to highlight a small thing about this website. Let's see, here is written, posted by United Dog Shelter. And it's a real shelter in Guangzhou with real dogs, and we already uploaded their dogs here. As you see, they're our first registered shelter in our platform. And you can go right away to our platform and already look for the dogs and apply for them. Because they already in house for 2 years. And there are much more dogs out there, and cats and rabbits and horses, whatever animals you want to add. Pet adoption platform together will help you to do it. And I would like to introduce our team. Scott, our front-end developer, our back-end developer. These guys impossible. Like our app got approved today. And it was amazing. You cannot believe how happy we were when it happened, and it was amazing. And what these people can make within 2 weeks, no one would actually believe, because every teacher was telling us, no, you can build only one product within 2 weeks. And we said, no, we can build 2. And we did it. And my name is Tanya. I'm the project manager. And I really hope that you can share dogs, rescue them, and adopt with together. Thank you.
Thank you, Together. Well, Giffy. Do you have a QR code?
As you just mentioned, we just got approved by Tencent, and we uploaded. If you're familiar with the details about the Vision Mini programs, they have a lot of things they require people to do. Like, for example, you can't ask for information, or you can, you never know. So we put our first version of the platform to make it as fast as possible to get approved, so we actually get online. But we showed you the latest version of it, and we would like to make the release when the platform is tested and secure, because such an information is not ready to be released today. We here, we make an MVP. This is a minimal viable product, and we should do the release when it's totally ready and secure. And as full stack developers here, we understand the reason why. And I hope you would understand this too. We'd like to adopt and to rescue and to help and to share, but whenever it happens, we will inform you immediately. And you will know about us all around the media, trust me.
All right, up next, we have, I would say, one of our funniest apps. This is Giffy, and this was made by Dan from China, Michael from Canada, Lauren from the UK, and Leif from Canada. So let's welcome Giffy.
We all love using GIFs here, right guys? Anyone guilty of sending some really cringy GIFs lately? I know I have. I personally really love using GIFs because they make me seem funnier on WeChat than I actually am in person. Not sure if you guys experience the same thing. GIFs are great because they're so easy to share. Any device can take GIFs, any browser, they're compatible everywhere. And also they make everyone laugh. They're hilarious. I think that's why now on the internet you guys can see GIFs pretty much dominating everywhere. You see them on Facebook Messenger, WeChat Messenger, any type of messenger, forums, blogs, even some official company articles would use GIFs in them. GIFs are great and we love them. However, there is one problem with GIFs, which is that they're a pain in the ass to create yourself. We've been together 2 months, the fellow students, and we've been together 2 months and we shared some really hilarious moments together that I feel would have been perfect GIFs. Actually, there was one Friday night we tried making a GIF, and that's when we find out that the process of making a GIF is actually really, really cumbersome. Basically, you have to take a GIF, take an MP4 video, download it to your computer, convert it online, download that GIF again, download that GIF file again, and then download it back to your phone and then send it on WeChat. It's even just cumbersome just talking about it. And also, you guys know that Jonah Hill excited GIF? Yeah, I think I saw that GIF too many times all around the internet, everywhere I go, getting a bit tired of it. So where are the original GIFs? This is why I'm super excited today to show you Giffy. Our team, we have put together a fantastic mini app that will allow GIF fanatics like yourself to easily create GIFs from your phone, like directly on your phone, and send it directly to your WeChat conversations. So without any further ado, I'll get back on. Let's let Leif and Lauren demonstrate the Giffy app. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Michael. I totally agree with what you were talking about. I love GIFs, but it seems like the only thing I can do with them is collect them. I always wanted to create GIFs, but it was always too impractical to do so. Thanks to Giffy, though, I can quickly create GIFs and save them to an online platform. Giffy takes users through two journeys, creation and exploration. Let's talk about the first one, creation. So it's Friday night, it's demo day at Le Wagon, hosted by Naked Hub, and we have a great audience tonight. Yeah. Unfortunately though, many members of the Le Wagon community could not be here tonight. So I think we should show them what they're missing out on in the form of a GIF. So audience, how would you like to take part in Giffy's first Giffy GIF?
Yeah, let's GIF them, Leif. Let's GIF them.
Okay, so through Giffy, we can access our phone's video recorder. So audience, on the count of 3, let's clap our hands, wave our arms, and go totally bonkers.
Be as cray-cray as you can.
Mike, oh, there we go, okay. Okay, audience. Woo! 1, 2, 3, and go.
Nice one, guys. Awesome.
Okay, so we filmed our first GIF. Now we have to tag it with relative keywords so that our users can search for our GIF later on. Okay, so we are excited tonight. And can I have a few suggestions from the audience about other tags we can add to our GIF?
Demo day.
Demo day.
Naked Hub.
What was that? Naked. Just naked. Just naked, okay.
Oh, you guys are naughty.
So let's post our GIF.
Oh, wow. That was easy.
Okay. So there it is in our user page. Now it's time to send it to our group chat. Where's the way? Okay. So our GIF has been sent to Le Wagon, and let's see how they reply to it later on. Okay, so there are many ways users can engage with content on Giffy. We can track these engagements, these activities on our user page. Right now, we're on Michael's user page. At the top left, this is the number of GIFs that Michael has made.
Whoa, 21 GIFs.
In the middle is the number of GIFs Michael has collected. Now on the right, this number is important. This is Michael's score. This is the number of GIFs that other users have added to their collection. So the higher Michael's score, the higher his ranking. Right now, Michael is Red Dragon. Good job, Michael.
Thanks, Leif.
Okay, so it's my goal to make tons of viral GIFs that everyone's going to collect, so I can climb the ranks and beat Michael's score.
Oh, long way from that, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so that was the first story of Giffy creation. But there's another side to the story, exploring the works of other users. I'm gonna let Lauren take us through that.
Thanks, Lou. Now, I, along with many of my friends, am a big fan of GIFs. They encapsulate the essence of modern generation so perfectly. I mean, they're fast-paced, they're to the point, they're expressive. Today, when so many of our social interactions happen over social media. We're deprived of social cues. We're deprived of facial expressions. We're deprived of tone of voice. It's so hard to accurately communicate how we feel. Now, which means that as soon as you reach this limit, not only are you unable to continue adding GIFs to your collection without deleting other ones, you also end up having a very, very big WeChat application. It takes up a lot of space on your phone. Alright, so with GIFme, you have access to a searchable, limitless library of GIFs. So let's take a look. So say we want to make a search. Let's click on the search icon here. And maybe we want to search a thing or a feeling. Michael, how are you feeling today?
Since it's demo day, I would say excited. Yeah.
Okay, so we could type in excited here, or we could see if it's in our popular searches, which it is right there. So let's click on excited. And here we have all the GIFs that are tagged with excited.
Oh, that's the one we just made.
There it is. Lucas too, let's add that one.
Oh yeah, he looks like James Bond there, huh?
Now, you'll see here that some of the hearts are red and some of the hearts are grey. The red hearts indicate that these specific GIFs have already been added to our collection, so we know not to add them again. Now, you may also see some very familiar faces on there. The good thing about GIFme is that unlike other GIF applications, you're not only scrolling through GIFs of celebrities and animals, but you're seeing people you know, like your friends and your family, the people that made you laugh every day. Now, despite Michael's questionable response, he's always trying to make our friend Danny laugh. So what's it going to be today, Michael?
I guess we'll pick. Oh, the late sleeping one. Deep thoughts.
I think Danny will find that pretty funny.
Yeah, she always laughs at Leif.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Dave.
Sending this on your expense, dude.
Wow.
Alright, so there it is. Let's click on it and let's send it to a chat with Danny. Hopefully this time she'll respond to you.
Hopefully.
Okay, now another great thing about Giffy is that we can click on specific users and we can look at all the GIFs they have that they specifically have made. So for example, this is Junho, who you'll meet later on today. And these are the GIFs that he's made. Danny just replied to you.
Oh, yes, finally, score. Thanks, Leif.
Okay, and we can also see Junho's ranking there. Now, I think I'm done for the day, but before we finish, I think should we have a look at your collection?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so let's click on the heart and go to Michael's collection.
Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing there.
Nothing embarrassing, but I don't know if anyone's realized, Michael has a lot of himself in his collection. It's coming across a little self-obsessed, I'm not gonna lie.
Guilty as charged.
So let's go ahead and delete some of these from your collection. Like you as a seal.
Yeah, I don't know why I made those. Yeah, delete them, please.
Alright. It's just so easy to manage our GIFs now, right, Michael?
Exactly, Lauren. So throughout this demonstration, we really want to emphasize the fact that GIFing is not just about the mechanics of creating a GIF or sharing a GIF, but really at its core, it's about satisfying the deep human instinctual desire to connect with someone, to connect with your friends, share humor with your friends that only you guys get, right? The inside joke, feeling part of their tribe. That really is what Giffy is all about. So this is why. And the dog is like staring at me. So this is why I feel that Giffy as a potential future product would be an extraordinary tool for GIF fanatics like yourselves to easily create GIFs, share with your friends, laugh your ass off with your friends, and in turn, the world will laugh with you. We definitely plan on going a step further with Giffy by having a go-to-market plan and doing some more technical refinements. If any of you guys have any recommendations or any suggestions, we're always open to feedback, so just find us after the demos. Quickly, I'd like to thank my awesome teammates, Leif, who was our GIF master, our maestro in WeChat, JavaScript. Really, he's the biggest GIF fanatic out of all of us. It was really easy to create our user stories around Slade's perspective. Lauren, our wicked, brilliant back-end developer who really made the API endpoints work seamlessly with the WeChat front end. And here we have Dan, our awesome UI UX designer, the really beautiful, aesthetically amazing app that you guys saw today was all on her. And myself, I'm Michael. I pitched this idea 4 weeks ago, and I couldn't have been luckier with the teammates that I had. So thank you guys, and thank you guys for listening to our app.
Up next, we have Tabzilla. We have Junho from Korea. We have Aiko from China, and then Ting as well from China in the back. So take it away.
All right, good evening, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a good evening so far, and all these beautiful presentations. And before you guys all go crazy and funky on a Friday night, I want to introduce my project by asking you guys a few questions. So, how many of you guys have Google Chrome? Okay, so that's the majority of the people that has Google Chrome, and I see like small portion of people still rocking that Internet Explorer, I'm guessing. But for the Google Chrome users, how many times have you opened up more than 10 tabs? Oh, okay, so there's actually quite a few people here. In fact, did you actually know, whoa, hold on. What's going on here?
That's my window and tabs. What? Why are you so surprised?
Why am I so surprised? Okay, how many tabs are even on this thing?
I don't know, but I have full control of it.
You have full control over your tabs. Okay, so can you tell me the third one that says ETH?
That's a chemical called ether. Actually, I don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, chemical called, I don't even know what she said, but that's what I thought. So I believe this is one of the problems that we have right now because you can't really find what you're looking for in this messiness of tabs. So I kind of want to ask you again, did you know that according to Lifehacker, dozens of tabs mean procrastination at an epic level or a chronic inability that you can't focus on an immediate task?
Chronic inability? That's like an inability, but I still have the next big thing to build, and all those tabs, I need them. I cannot close any one of them. I need the information so that they can all connect and make insight for me.
Okay, so every single tab you really need for your next big project.
Yeah.
And they have some classified information that you hacked into for your next big project. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I read this research paper the other week.
You wrote a research paper? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was probably the only research paper I read. But it was done by Michigan State University saying that 3 seconds of distraction leads to double the mistakes. And 5 seconds of distractions equals triple the mistakes. Don't you make a lot of mistakes these days?
Yeah, but so what? I make mistakes. And yeah.
Okay, so that's because you can't find the right tab at the right time, girl.
Oh, okay. But no, I can't make that many mistakes anymore because I still need to build my next big thing. What should I do, Troy?
Okay, don't worry. Because I'm your pal, because I'm your best friend, yesterday I found this extension called Tabzilla. What this Tabzilla helps me do is to manage my tabs, and I could focus a lot more on my project than having to find, I don't know, all these tabs. So I will let our project manager explain to you what Tabzilla does.
Okay, hello everybody. It's a Chrome extension, and basically with it, we'll give you a path, and it will have different rules according to how many tabs you have on the screen of yours. And it will also say things to you according to how many tabs you have. And we want those emotions, those rules to actually connect with you, and so that you can really be more mindful about how many tabs you have, how many tasks you're focusing on. So why don't we just try it out? Shall we? Yeah, let's install this. Oh, it's already added to our Chrome. So why don't we create a new tab to see what's up? Ooh, as you can see, we're having, on this very site, we have shown that we're having 18 tabs right now, and our pet is eating bread, is not so happy, and is telling us we're confused. And with these lines and with these rules, we can really connect to our pet and actually make more management to our tool, to our tabs, and actually be more efficient. Are we happy about that, Troy?
I had this extension for a day now, and all these comments, this animal, this thing, I don't know, like, I've seen it so many times that I need something else. Like, I need a feature that maybe limits my tab into a certain number, so I can't go beyond that number.
I see. I think you actually have a point, Troy. Let's implement this feature real quick. Okay, feature implemented. Let's check it out. Okay, now let's set this tab number limit to maybe 10. 10. Yeah, thank you, Tick. And then how you want us to actually close your tabs?
Oh, because there's oldest, newest. I'll go with the random because I don't want to see my beautiful tabs just close on me. So I just do it, randomize it.
Okay, bro, we'll give you random. Let's go. And let's create a new tab and see what's up. Guess what? Your tabs are being randomly closed and left only 10 tabs. And with that, user with this feature can actually manage your tab to the limitation that they customize and make the tab number to be strictly under the number that they want. Okay, so are we happy about that, Troy?
I'm actually very happy about the feature because that feature was pretty cool, and I don't know if anybody would not get this Chrome extension because this extension is already awesome. But I have one question. What is this like? Why is my title showing on this side? I don't even like the trap on the left side. Can I move it to the right side maybe?
Yeah, you can definitely move it to the right side. Let's move it to the right side. Okay. Okay, let's move it to the right side. Actually, you can not only move it to the right side, also move it to the middle. And how it does is, because you're at your very new tab, so you can actually click, for example, I want to see Donut's GitHub. Let's click the third one. Third one in the list, yeah. And that actually directs me to Donut's GitHub page. And let's go back to the new tab. And what if I want to close Donut's GitHub? I don't need to move my mouse to close that page. I can just close it here on my new tab. Let's try that. Yeah, and let's create a new tab. Yeah, and yes, basically that will be all of our features. And with this Chrome extension, what we really want is, we hope every one of you can be more productive. And with this Chrome extension, you can be more focused on your tasks and tabs. And yeah, in a more humane way.
And the reason why it's not loading is because the more tabs you open, it actually takes a part of your RAM memory. So the more tabs you have, your browser will eventually crash. And if you're lucky enough, I mean, I guess you're unlucky because if your whole computer crashes, you lose everything. So control your tabs.
Okay, now at very last, please allow me to introduce you guys to my incredible team. Team, come here. Yeah? Here. This is our incredible stylist, Zhang Jianqi, and this is our lead developer, Jinho Choi, and I am the PM, I'm coach. Thank you guys. And let me give special thanks to Kathmon, who is our pet donor, and be sure to check them out. Okay, thank you guys, that will be all.
Real quick, a little piece of housekeeping. We've just been asked if somebody with the license plate starting in GS16 is illegally parked and the owner of that car is in the building. If so, please move your car immediately or it will be towed. License plate starting in GS16. All right. So I know we're all excited to network and get to meet people, stuff like that. We will have some refreshments afterwards. But I'd ask you to please focus up as we have one more presentation, which is going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So this is Sign How, and we have Lucas from Canada, we have Trey from the US, we have Jane from Hong Kong, and we have Martin from Slovakia. Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out. One thing I'd like to do, let's give one more round of applause for the absolutely amazing people who put these projects together in 2 weeks. It's been an absolute treasure to be able to work with a lot of really talented people for the last 2 weeks. And after this is all over, like, feel free to talk to everyone, because pick their brains. They're really awesome and have some crazy ideas. So, one thing I'd like to do when we're starting right now is I want to do a little bit of an experiment. I want everyone to get just as absolutely quiet as they possibly can. I mean, just no tapping of the feet, no chit-chatter, no tapping on the phone, complete, utter silence. Complete silence. All right. So next, what I'd like you to do is partner up and turn to the person next to you and the person you immediately make eye contact with, that is your partner. Now, eye contact, partner, you got it? All right, good. So what I'd like you to do is staying still in as okay, yeah, a little bit of differences there. So some people were rubbing their stomach, some people were showing that they're eating something. Maybe let's make it more complicated. How about something we can all really relate to, probably on an everyday basis, being in a tech community? How about, I want some coffee? That one's a little bit hard. And so, evolving from simply objects to concepts, you can kind of appreciate how difficult it is to simply communicate with nothing but your hands and your face. And I think we really take for granted how easy it is to actually communicate with words, but for a staggering amount of people around the world, that's just simply not the case. An everyday reality for them is communicating every single thought that you've ever had, every object that you see, every single thing that you may think of on the fly, and communicate that entirely through hand gestures and facial expressions. And so, here today, what we'd like to do is introduce Sign How. And to take us through a bit more of the technical aspects, we're going to introduce our team lead, Lucas.
Thank you, Trey. So, there are actually 300 different sign languages worldwide. Each of them, as you can imagine, are distinctly representative of the unique cultures that they come from. But there are only 120 sign language dictionaries. 118 of those are in only one language, and over half of those are in American Sign Language, or ASL, alone. This means that if your primary means of communication is sign language, and for over 250 million people worldwide, this is the case, it's incredibly difficult to learn how to communicate with people outside of your direct community. So how would you learn how to speak or communicate with someone from, say, Canada, if you come from China? So to demonstrate just how different these sign languages around the world are, let's have a look at our sign language dictionary at signhow.co. So now I can browse by a word, by a phrase, or I can browse by a specific language. Let's go ahead and just start simple with a word. Let's say fantastic. So this is how the word fantastic is expressed all around the world. So we have Swedish Sign Language, Australian Sign Language, Chinese, British, Danish, and American. And this is, of course, 6 of many. So now the reason we are using GIFs is that static sign language education in, say, a textbook it makes it incredibly difficult to learn. If you just think about it as a 3-dimensional, dynamic, and visual means of communication, it's an impotent way to learn by just simply reading it, right? So now the browsing we just did can be done without an account, but let's go ahead and make one just to enable some of our other features. Actually, sorry, I'm already signed in, so let's go ahead and click on a sign. So from this page, I have an enlarged version of the sign. From here, I can share the sign as a gift card to my various social media. I can download it, and I can also upvote it or downvote it to signal its authenticity to other users around the world. Below, I have related signs. So these are filtered by tags. So as you can see, AUS or Australian Sign Language is a similar tag. And you can browse this way as well. Now you can also favorite a sign. So imagine you have, say, an upcoming trip to Australia, and you want to have these available to reference quickly on the fly from the web app on your phone. So we've enabled this feature. So if we go ahead and favorite a sign, we should be able to access it in our dashboard conveniently from our phone later on. And here it is. So say for my trip, I also want to add other signs from Auslan, or Australian Sign Language. I can go ahead and click on the Auslan tag, and I should get other related tags that are also in this language. So some of you may have noticed this button at the top, Add a Sign. As a crowdsourced platform, we hope that our users do just that. We hope that they contribute to the platform. I'm just going to quickly walk you through how easy this is to do. So I'm going to start with a word or a phrase. Let's say brother. And then I'm going to enter the language that I'm entering the sign in. So let's say British Sign Language. And then I'm going to add tags. So in this case, brother, maybe I want to add a tag for family. And maybe I want to add the tag for British Sign Language, which is DFI. And then finally, I'm going to choose a file to upload. So I can do this either from a local file on my computer or on my phone in the form of a GIF, or I can also upload a video or take one live on the spot, and it will convert it. The app will convert it into a GIF for you. So as you can see, it's very simple to use. It's just a couple clicks, and you can become a contributor to this global platform. If you are deaf, you can use SignHow to learn other languages around the world, or to even teach people your own language. Of course, you can also use sign language, or SignHow, sorry, if you are not deaf. My team and I, over the past 10 days of building this web app, have actually been able to pick up a little bit. For example, this means I love to learn in Chinese Sign Language. So it's really cool, it's fun to use, and actually quite an effective way to learn. So in conclusion, there are over 250 million people around the world who have sign language as a primary or secondary means of communication. And a staggering 70% of those are uneducated, which means that there are over 50 million people worldwide without an education or a voice. So this is the inspiration behind SignHow. So welcome to the Global Sign Language Dictionary, the crowdsourced platform built to empower deaf communities around the world with access to free education. Before we go, I'd like to just introduce my team that made this happen, pulled this off in 10 days. At the back on the computer is Martin, who did a fantastic job. In the form of Jane and Trey. So Jane worked on UI and Trey worked on UX. Lead developer, and we're actually very excited to introduce Sophie, who is actually the founder of this project. My team and I were, hey Sophie, my team and I were very excited to be part of such a meaningful cause and help her get this MVP off the ground. So I encourage you, if you have any questions about SignHow afterward, want to know more about where they're going or who's currently involved, I encourage you to find Sophie after and ask her questions. And of course, if you have any tech-related questions about the web app, you can ask us here too. So thank you for your time.
All right, well, that concludes our 5 products that they spent the last 9 weeks building. Let me give it up one more time, a round of applause for all 18 students. Now, of course, none of this would be possible without the help from our mentors. Many of our mentors are Wagon alumni that come back to give to the community and teach and will mentor the new students in our batch. So can I get all the mentors to just wave your hand wherever you are in the audience? Say hello. All right, and I also want to thank Naked Hub for letting us use their space tonight and being very welcome and letting us use their awesome space. I also want to thank our sponsors and our community members who have welcomed us at their spaces, have hosted events with us, and even hired some of our alumni. Now next up, I'm going to welcome Thibaut, who has a special announcement, which we've all been really excited and waiting for over the last couple of months.
Thank you, Mark. Hey everyone, nice to see you all here. I hope you're having a great time. 2 more minutes. I just want to explain to you a few things. First, big congrats to the team who completed this camp. I wish you best of luck for your next ventures. A big thank you also to the mentors and the staff who made this happen. Pretty amazing work again. Thank you so much. Now, what I want to reveal to all of you now is the way we are about to connect to awesome communities. On one side, we have the wagoners, belong to the Wagon worldwide, and on the other side, we have the hubbers, who are members of this amazing space. So starting next week, all the wagoners will receive memberships in the Naked Hubs in China, in Shanghai, and in Beijing specifically, so that they can go out and walk and freelance, and they can build products within Naked Hubs, so you can see how amazing is this work environment for them. Also starting next week, the Wagon is going to expand its curriculum and deliver workshops, product development courses in all of the hubs in China. We're very excited about what's going to happen. So first, big thank you to Naked for trusting our people to make this happen. We're very happy to see this coming. And of course, now it's time for celebration. So please enjoy all of the drinks at the back. The pizzas just arrived. It's time to enjoy this party and meet these awesome people. Have a good, very good night.
Tell me lies and lullabies, but don't tell me to change.